I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80!
Mike 58, right there. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
21!
Just safety.
Base, base.
Motion, motion, motion. Alert, flare, alert.
80 weapon. Base, base. Gun, gun. Bravo.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down now. It's Freeman, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the eye.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, 59, ready.
58's the money. 58's the money. Record.
Hey, high 7.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Rolling to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch 21. Hey, dude.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
They toss to Freeman. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 74, 74. Great.
Here's Wentz to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Two times. Hey.
5-9.
Back two. Mike, back two. I got you, boy.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
It's our time. Where's 52?
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
52's the mic. Check tight.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
58.
No gain.
58.
Here's Ryan.
Let's go,
He completes it to Julio Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Hey, Haywood. Space.
Go 58 to the mic. Ricky.
Get out.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 51's the mic.
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder, one more game on the Week 2 docket, and it's a good one from MetLife Stadium. Plenty of storylines in this one. OBJ's return. You've got Mayfield and Darnold, first 2 QBs taken last year. Browns and Jets. That's 8:15 Eastern tomorrow night. On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check 52.
Hey, echo.
52 is the money.
Two jet.
No, check that. Check it. 52.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Check it back.
22 jet bomber. Here. Hey, rep on 2. Come here. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the drive starts with a completion left side.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check nickel.
Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Don't get nervous. Hey, orbit.
58 is the mic. 58 is the mic.
54, stop. Gun.
You gonna take
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Fight 51, Mike 51.
In your face.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
51 to Mike. Let's go, let's go.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Slam, slam, slam. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Check. Gun.
Hey, let's go. Come crap.
Ryan. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Mike 58, right there.
Hey, Tuesday.
58. Smooth. All day, just like that. Just like that. Switch it.
20. Check.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Wait.
58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike.
Get in the white room.
Hey, sprint plans. Hey, Foxtrot. 51, down.
Now it's Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They go with Howard again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Single. Check 43. Hey. Rush in.
Ram.
Rush in.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the block, motion, block. Check 99.
39. Check. Hey, exit.
Now it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop any...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
20. Double time.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
81. Check 52.
Throwing is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come get some.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it's fielded at the 34. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. That's Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Shift. X3. 218. Chopper. Crunch.
On 4th down, it's Howard. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Hey, ready? 280. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check.
54, South. 22. Hey, seam 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Bravo! Gun!
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
61, matchbox lights. List by 7. Hey, wahoo!
45. Mike, 45.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Kill.
45.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Wentz. And that's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz, flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Watch 24.
51.
Hey, South. Boy, 51. Hey, here I come.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And he'll be out right at the 35. His 5th catch. Tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, back 25.
Blue Dan. Slam.
Check. 21.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Squeeze, double.
Gun.
58, boy, 58 is Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
51, down.
Watch the run.
Get out.
Now Ryan.
Check
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10
Here we go. 120. Man out.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's get it. Check 50.
Now Wentz. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
82.
Hey, Mike 52.
Go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it. And he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready. 125. Space.
Let him know. Check. Alert 3.
39.
Alert 3.
Hey, South. Ready, set.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, go ahead and throw a ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
At the Eagles' 45-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one